So the King James Version of the Bible is no longer good. The King James Version Bible is no longer good. Somehow, some way, folk of today have declared that the King James Version is no good. Now, you can say what you want to. The reason why I say that is because folk have opted out of using it, saying that the ESV and the rest of them are less complicated. Is that the reason why the world is the way it is today? Because we want everything that is simple? Or is it the reason why people have steered away from the King James Version is because it's so concentrated, it's so pure, that you need to break it down some. The reason why you go to the ESV and the rest of them, because it need to be broke down so you can be able to digest it and be able to handle it. And it makes room for your sins and your errors. Now for me, I'm with the King James Version. With the King James Version. Because see, I can't go all the way back to times where I wasn't there, but I can go back to times where I could touch, where I could feel, where I could actually see and probably talk to someone that actually say that they was in that era. And if I go back to that time of the King James Version Bible and talk to someone of, in their 80s or better, they will speak of the King James Version. And they will have no clue of the versions that most recommend today and what most folk come out of when they about to preach these new versions. And you look at the folks of old who had the King James Version, you had people that called themselves reverends that preached the word, unlike today who folk call themselves or everything else except a reverend or a minister or a preacher. But if you look at those of yesterday who called themselves just reverends and ministers and who were of the King James Version Bible, you don't see much of what's going on today. You saw families, God's family. And do you see God's family today with these new versions?